Shalom Israel. The ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna presents the Big 5-0, the 50th annual Lord's Passover. Commanding General Yahanna bought out the entire hotel. Lock in your hotel room now. For more info, contact Captain Zakar 718-673-5165. Call now to secure your room for the Passover. To get your rooms at a low rate, call Captain Zakar 718-673-5165. Friday, Hebrew Academy Trials. Saturday, the Passover. Sunday, Feast of Unleavened Bread. Let's all celebrate under one roof what the Most High did to the Egyptians.
Kill them all and done. Kill them all and done. Tall rifle all and done. Boy like a done.
You know the evidence of what he's saying. You see how he said we all brothers and we all got to come together. You want to see the evidence of that? I knew none of these men. None of them. I'm from Jersey. He from New York. Brothers from Florida. These brothers come from all over. Without following this book, without following this Bible, I know none of these men. These are not my cousins. These are not my friends. I did not know none of them before I started serving the Most High. And what that made me realize is that black people suffer from one of the most important things is a lack of identity. And we suffer from identity theft. How many people watch like Law and Order or CNN shows like that, right? Now when somebody commits a crime, how do they find the victim? Excuse me, how do they find the person that committed that crime? You get like a forensic, you'll get a sketch artist, and they'll give a description of the individual that committed the crime so you can find out who you're looking for, correct? Everybody, y'all with me, right? This Bible is our forensic evidence. This Bible has everything in it to identify who the children of Israel are. How many know where the word nigger comes from? Who knows where the word nigger comes from? The word nigger, which is taught to y'all as the most derogatory term, is in the Bible. Give me Acts 13:1. It's so important to run to this Bible. Yeah, how many ever heard the term, the Bible is a white man's book? How many have actually read anything white in this book, though? I ain't talking about the pages, you get them 5%ers, they say, well, the pages is white. I ain't talking about the pages. But how many, Acts 13:1. And give me let me get that book. Hold this word, Niger. How many have actually seen anything white in this book? When they describe the Jews, are they white? When they describe Christ, are they white? When they describe God, is he white? If it's not, then it's not nothing white in this book. Now, if everything in this book is black, what does that say about this book? It can only belong to who? Black people. So now let's see if the word nigger is in the Bible. I'll show you. Read Acts 13:1. Read.
Acts 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch.
Now Antioch was a city. And at this church there were, read,
certain prophets and teachers.
So now you have prophets and teachers. Now if you know anything about when you read that Bible, when it comes to a prophet, you know that's an Israelite. Now they tell you that the Israelites are white people. That's what the entire earth tells you. So now, if it's prophets in there, keep reading.
As Barnabas and Simeon.
And the name of those prophets was Barnabas and Simeon, two Israelite brothers. Keep going.
That was called Niger.
That was called what?
Niger.
With a southern slang.
Nigger.
Don't be afraid. Now, it says that they was called Niger, right? Now, white folk today ain't gonna say Niger. They gonna say nigger. Now, let's get the Bible dictionary. Now, this dictionary ain't written by us. This is written by white folk. Now, let's see what they say the word Niger means. Now, remember, Niger is describing these prophets. Let's see what the word Niger means. Read that, the page and everything.
Niger, a surname of Simeon. Niger, black.
Say it again.
Niger, black.
Niger means black. So if they calling the prophets Niger, they're calling the prophets black. Give me Acts 21:37. This is the only forensics we need. When you have an identity, then you can be somebody. The other thing Katazar brought out, y'all see when Katazar brought out Black Wall Street? And y'all see when he said the white man respects your dollar? You know when we had our greatest power was the boycott that they did with Martin Luther King. How many remember that bus boycott, right? So now the bus boycott, because they wouldn't let us sit on the front of the bus, we wouldn't ride their bus. Now, why did they let us sit in the front of the bus? Who knows? Because we stopped what? Because we stopped paying them, right? That showed the economic ability that we had to affect change, right? So now, why wouldn't we take that power and make it greater for us? Why do we take that power and join the white man and try to further integrate in his system and stay separate? You want to know why? Because Martin Luther King loved white women. Who was his first woman? Who was Martin Luther King's first woman? A white girl in college. The only reason Martin Luther King decided to deal with Coretta is because he wanted to be a civil rights leader, and it would look better if he had a black woman than he had a white woman. But he was in love with that white woman. So because he loved white women, he destroyed every black person you see today. When you see Harlem invaded, they used to have Seneca Village, you know. Seneca Village used to be a Central Park. You could thank Martin Luther King for the destruction of Seneca Village. Rosewood, the other thing Katazar brought out, y'all see that Jussie Smollett? They all mad at him, and he a little homosexual, lied about getting beat up. Now they pressing charges on him. That white woman, there was a white woman that claimed she got raped by a black man in a city called Rosewood. And they burned that whole goddamn city down based off her lie. And she never got punished for it. The brother brought out Emmett Till. That white woman lied. She never got punished for it. There was this white man that was playing soccer in Brazil. Lied and said some Africans beat him up. Found out it was a lie. Never got charged for it. That's white privilege. Did you say white privilege? That's white privilege. But they gonna charge now. Jussie technically is a white man because his daddy's white. But the earth believes that he's black. So black privilege, he's going to get charged for the crime. You see the problem? We're never going to have power. Now let me tell you power on the left hand side. I use this all the time. A Kai Gurley got killed by an Asian man. And when that Asian police officer went to trial, they found him guilty for murdering a Kai Gurley. And them Asians stuck together. And they made that district attorney give that cop no jail time because they was united. We're too busy being divided from each other. When the white man said you got to love everybody, it's because he only has compassion for his pain. He don't have compassion for your pain. But once we get our identity, so now when we start seeing that the rules of this book, we got to follow the rules of this book. You got Acts 21 and 37? Read that, please.
From the book of Acts 21 verse 37. And as Paul.
As who?
As Paul.
Now y'all know Paul in the Bible, right? They swear Paul is a white man. Paul got to be a white man, right? Read on from the top.
And as Paul was led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee?
So now they was going to lock Paul up. That should let you know he was black.
That's right.
He in the city of Rome, about to get locked up. That's you, black man. We always about to get locked up or going to jail. I shouldn't even have to read no more. I should just be able to stop right there, but I'm not. So now as he going to jail, he says to the guard, what did he say to the guard?
May I speak unto thee?
Read on.
Who said, canst thou speak Greek?
So because he spoke to a Greek Roman, the guard says, can you speak Greek? And this is what the guard said to Paul. Read.
Art not thou that Egyptian?
That what?
Thou that Egyptian?
Why did the Greek think Paul was an Egyptian? Because Paul looked black. Because Paul was black. So why do they give you you know what they know about black people? Is we visual in the mug. All you got to do is give us imagery. And we believe that imagery. We never think to look. Like that's why I like Vibe magazine, XXL magazines, whatever porn magazines y'all be watching. You know why y'all like that?
Thank you.
Because you like pictures. It's easy to look at the picture than it is. It's easier to look at the picture. That's why you know what y'all love? Them goddamn memes. Let somebody put a meme up and have some words on it. You'll look at that like God wrote that. But to actually read God's words, you won't think to do that. So when they give y'all an image of a white boy Jesus, or give y'all the image of them angels that they say is little white babies, you think that's real, when it's not real. Give me Jeremiah 14:2. Now let's see what they say about the whole nation of Jews. Because you got a nation of you got a nation of Jewish people that claim that they are the real Jews of biblical antiquity. That's your word, God. They claim that they're the real Jews of biblical antiquity. Let's see what the Bible says about the Jews. And then we're going to, Jeremiah 14:2. And then we're going to see what the Bible says about those Jewish people. You got Jeremiah 14:2? Read that.
Jeremiah 14 verse 2. The word of the Lord came to Jeremiah concerning the dirt. Judah, mourning.
Now the first thing it would say about those Jews is that they would be in mourning. The white man that called himself a Jew, he ain't mourning about nothing. He runs the Diamond District. He runs Hollywood. He gets millions, if not billions of dollars in American assistance every year. Say again? Cohen, you're goddamn right. Cohen right here is a Jewish name. He's in his full strength. I've been to Israel. When I went to Israel, you see that Jewish bastard running everything. It pained me to my heart to have to go to my land and have to see another nation running my land. They're not in mourning. But the Bible said that the real Jews would be in mourning. That's every black man when you got to wake up, wondering how you going to get your bills paid. You might be suffering from some drug affliction. The daughters don't know what they're going to eat. The mothers don't know how they're going to raise them kids. That's a people in mourning. Keep reading.
Judah, mourning, and the gates thereof languish.
And it said their gates languish. A gate is supposed to be protection. We don't have no protection. We're supposed to have protection either from a physical gate, and also our leadership is supposed to protect us. But our leadership does not protect us. Our leadership takes their money from the white man and then sells whatever it is that he gives us. That's why we forget. That Dylan Storm went into that church and shot them, and it was the Christian leadership that said forgive him. But the white man don't forgive who murders them. They said they would never forget 9/11. Now just understand this. They was happy. Did y'all see when they killed Osama bin Laden? Oh, they paraded through the streets. They jumped up for joy. You had white people say, now I can sleep because Osama is dead. And Osama didn't even fly the goddamn plane. Osama didn't fly the plane, didn't even commit the act, if you ask me. But he got charged for, and you know why? Because they felt a sense of freedom. Because the man that they felt was oppressing them was now dead. But we have to live with our rapists every day. The man that raped us, when I'm saying raped us, not in the physical sense, but in the mental, spiritual, and sometimes physical sense, we've been raped by the white man since we've been in America, have to live with him every day. And when you try to charge him for the crime, they tell you let the past be the past. They said we had civil rights. We can't say nothing no more. But they honor the Holocaust survivors every year. And the Holocaust is older than civil rights. But they ain't got to let the Holocaust go. But you got to let black problems go. That's why it says the gates thereof languish. Read.
Judah mourning, and the gates thereof languish. They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
The Bible just said that the real Jews are black. Keep going.
Unto the ground.
Why does it say black unto the ground? When you go into that ground, you get many different shades of black. Like, don't believe, you know, black people have a colorism problem. Where you see a light-skinned brother like myself, and you see a brown-skinned brother like him, and you just know in my family somebody must have raped my mama or my grandmama, and that's why I'm light-skinned. Nah. We've always had light-skinned black people. We've always had dark-skinned black people. That's why I'm saying black unto the ground. When you lift up that ground, you get many different shades. So how do we get this bastard? Give me Revelations 2 and 9. Yeah, Revelations 2 and 9. Where did this devil come from? Y'all know, do y'all know what the white man does to his, excuse me, what the Jewish man does to his babies? To their male babies? Y'all know they suck on their penis? That's why when you look at a Jewish man, the next time you look at a Jewish man, just pay attention to how feminine he looks. How feminine his mannerisms is, because he had his penis sucked when he was 8 days old. Just Google it. I'm going to tell you how I found out in a second. Read Revelations 2 and 9. Read.
Revelations chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty.
It says, I know thy tribulation and thy works and thy poverty. Meaning the Lord knows the condition that you're in, and he knows why you're in that condition. The reason why you're in that condition is because you rejected this book. You know how easy it is to turn your condition around. Just serve God. Everybody gonna go to church on Sunday, ain't y'all? Y'all all gonna go to church on Sunday. You gonna sing. The same feeling you get in the Christian church, you can get at an R. Kelly concert, at a Jay-Z concert. You know how that emotion come all over you? Let Sister Anime sing a good song. That same feeling you get is the same feeling I got when I went to a Jay-Z concert. When I saw Nas come out with Jay-Z the first time, I got the same feeling I got when Anime sang a song in church. The same goddamn feeling. It's bullshit. Excuse my language. All right, keep going.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
The reason why I say thou art rich, because there's a covenant, there's a will, there's a testament that's just waiting for you. You just got to go get it. If I told you I had $5 million waiting for you in California, but the only way to get it out of California, you can't take a car, a bus, or train. Would you get your behind to California? I bet you would, because you got $5 million waiting for you. So now, this is rulership. This is royalty. This is running the planet. And all you got to do is stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. Stop going to Sunday service. Stop celebrating the white man's holidays. Celebrate God's holidays. Love your brother as yourself. Forgive your mama. Forgive your dad. Listen, we all had daddies that wasn't there. Forgive your daddy for not being there. Forgive your mama for sleeping with a whole bunch of men. You don't know what your life would have been like if she wouldn't have. Forgive your mama. Take accountability and change your life. That's what you have waiting for you. Keep going.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Say they are what?
Which say they are Jews.
And he said he know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews. Keep going.
And are not.
Well, what are these Jews? These men, these devils that say they Jews, what are they? Read.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
The Lord said that them men that call themselves Jewish, that they're the synagogue of Satan. Now, if you don't believe me, just look up Jewish rabbi gives babies herpes. The only reason I even know about the Moyo and them sucking on them babies' penises, because in New York City, the stories came out that they was giving little babies herpes by sucking on their penises. Your identity is in this book. Your identity is not in Islam. That's why we don't survive that. It's not in Christianity. That's why we don't survive that. It's not in Kemet or 5%er or atheism or Hinduism. We don't survive in nobody else's culture. The only way we can survive is in our culture.
That's right.
Shalom Israel. The ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna presents the Big 5-0, the 50th Annual Lord's Passover. Commanding General Yahanna bought out the entire hotel. Lock in your hotel room now. For more info, contact Captain Zakar 718-673-5165. Call now to secure your room for the Passover. To get your rooms at a low rate, call Captain Zakar 718-673-5165. Friday, Hebrew Academy Trials. Saturday, the Passover. Sunday, Feast of Unleavened Bread. Let's all celebrate under one roof what the Most High did to the Egyptians.
Kill them all and done. Kill them all and done. Tall rifle all and gun. Boy life a done.